This is about the 10th take I've done, and every time it's got more and more out of tune. Anyway, I don't really like ukuleles very much. I don't know if it's the negative memories of learning 4-chord songs in primary school, or if it's the fact that it's quite a cheap way into the guitar world and that there are probably more interesting instruments to explore first. But either way, I can appreciate the fact that it works really well as a textural instrument, adding those little rhythms. And I guess that's what this Thrumming Textures library is all about today. The thing I don't like about it most though is the fact that it's got quite a mid-range sound to it, and as a violist I love things that have a nice rich low end to them. So when it came to recording this sample library, I thought what would happen if I sampled it in exactly the same way, diatonically, but then tuned it down an octave and put it through guitar amps. Well, this is that experiment. Okay, so this is the Logic project. Because of the limited range, as we've mentioned, of the ukulele, I didn't actually have to get too many samples for this. If you've downloaded the acoustic or the electric guitars before, you'll know that we've done picked on one side and then plucked with my finger on the other side. With this library, because I knew I was going to do a little bit of messing around with delays and reverbs and things, I decided just to sample it the one time, but hopefully you'll like what I've done with it. So first of all, if we just take this sample as our test subject. You can see, as with the other libraries, I just pluck the note, wait for it to die away, and then I pluck it again. So first of all, I'm using this SSL channel by Waves. I use this on pretty much every track of every music project I ever work on. It really has that SSL signature that I like, and it just helped to bring out some of the kind of higher frequencies. Next, what I did is I took the Little Altar Boy by Sound Toys and turned the pitch down to -12 semitones, so a whole octave down, and then the formant down to -12 as well, to give it a more kind of thuddy, thumpy sound. Next comes the guitar amp sound, and for this I used Guitar Rig by Native Instruments. I don't actually have a Fender Tweed or any other amp in my studio, so I'm using this for now. I quite like the sound of it. I would be really interested to see what it sounds like if you've got a guitar amp that you'd like to put it through. I'd be happy to send you the samples without any of the processing on them for you to try out yourself at home. I've also got the twin delay here, which I really like the sound of actually, so this is what that sounds like. And that's pretty much all I've done. You'll notice here that I've added a cycle of 4 repetitions with each loop. That was just so I had a little bit more control and I could make the sample last a little longer before the sampler, the Contact or the EXS would loop it round. So this is what the instrument sounds like. Sounds really nice high up as well. So I quite like that sound, but it is quite thuddy and quite thumpy, even with the echo that I've added on. I've added the Echo Boy by Sound Toys here, but I wanted to see what it would sound like with a little bit of reverb. So I've actually mapped the mod wheel to cycle between dry and reverberant, and listen to this. So a pretty simple instrument all round. I'm quite happy with how this sounds, and it's not really designed to be used on its own, it's more in conjunction with the rest of the collection. So if I show you what this sounds like now with the acoustic guitar and the electric guitar as well, just to give you a flavour of what we've got across the whole range so far. Next, I want to show you a collection of instruments that was made for the Thrumming Textures community, not by me, but by Jacob Maloney, who took a combination of my acoustic guitar and electric guitar Thrumming Textures sounds and created 5 pads for you to download for free. They're available on Piano Book, but I've linked them down below along with Jacob, who you should also check out. This is the first one. Nice. This is number 2. Quite eerie sounding. You can also use the mod wheel to create a bit of a cut-off here. Not showing favouritism, but this one's my favourite. Absolutely beautiful. This is number 4. And finally number 5. So again, they're available to download down below for free, so of course you have nothing to lose as always by downloading them. I'd just like to end by doing a little playthrough of all 3 of the instruments and one of Jacob's pads as well. Thank you as always for watching. Again, they're available to download for free down below. So again, you really have nothing to lose. This cat is driving me absolutely insane. See you in the next one.